Hi, and welcome back to lesson 7.1.7. If you haven't already watched part 1, in which we did problem 7-99, go ahead and watch that video first. I'll link it in the description below. If you have already watched that video and taken notes, go ahead and read problem 7-100 and think about what it's asking you to do. Take a moment and pause the video to do that now. I know that you don't have the resource page, so instead, we're going to use these two e-tools, 7-100 Student e-tool Unit Circle and 7-100 Student e-tool Tangent Table, and use those to figure out these questions. Does every angle have a tangent value? How is the tangent graph similar to or different from the sine and cosine graphs? And why does the tangent graph have asymptotes? So, I'm going to give you a tutorial on how to use the e-tools so you can answer these questions on your own. This e-tool is showing you different points on the unit circle. So if you click the little play button, it will show you different points on the unit circle that you can use to find data to find your tangent graph, as well as using the other e-tool. You can also manually move around your point, or if you tap your A, you can type in your own points for A. So that's how you use this e-tool. If you have any questions, be sure to log in to the Google Meets Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. to ask questions about how to use this e-tool or how to do any of the problems in the lesson. Thank you. We have this e-tool that allows us to make a graph for our tangent function by inputting points. So right now we have pi over 6, pi over 4, and pi over 3 already plotted. So we can type in pi over 12, 5 pi over 12, and so on and so forth to complete our graph. Now if you scroll down, you'll see that you can click on these three graphs. I'm not going to click now, so that way you can do it on your own. If you click the dot to the left, you can see the graph of sine of x, cosine of x, and tangent of x to compare them. Now that you have explored using the two e-tools, you can go ahead and try to answer these questions. Does every angle have a tangent value? How is the tangent graph similar to or different from the sine and cosine graphs? And why does the tangent graph have asymptotes? Take a moment to make sure you have these questions answered. Go ahead and pause the video to answer the questions. To answer our first question, does every angle have a tangent value? Well, the answer is no, because if we look back at this e-tool, we can see that pi over 2 has no value for tangent of x. And if you scroll up and down, you will not find a point at pi over 2. So no, not every angle has a tangent value. For these last two questions, how is the tangent graph similar to or different from the sine and cosine graphs? And why does the tangent graph have asymptotes? I would like for you to answer these on your own using evidence from the two e-tools. Remember, if you go on this e-tool, you can click these little dots on the left to find your graphs and compare your sine, cosine, and tangent graphs. I also want you to tell me in your own words why you think the tangent graph has asymptotes. If you're struggling with any of these questions, remember that we have Google Meets Monday through Friday. I'll write it down. Google Meets Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. If you have any questions, feel free to log in and ask those questions there. Thank you and have a great day.